This 62-page report lays out exactly what Attorney General Andrew Bailey thinks former St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner did wrong in office.
Bottom line, what did you find?
The internal workings of the office were completely dysfunctional. That her absence, her misdirection, her attack on her own staff had caused a decay in morale and operations to the point that the criminal justice system just wasn't functioning anymore.
Interviews with nearly 40 witnesses, including judges, employees, and city leaders, tens of thousands of documents, all led Bailey to this report, which found Gardner's office dismissed about 25,000 pending cases. Judges dismissed 2,735 cases for failure to prosecute. And her administration routinely violated the Crime Victims' Rights Act by making decisions on cases without notifying victims.
She came to office with the stated intention of reducing incarceration. She did that by simply not doing her job.
The investigation started when Janae Edmondson, then 17, was hit by a car leaving a volleyball tournament downtown in January. The I-Team was the first to discover that suspect in the crash should have gone to trial months before. But Gardner's office wasn't ready, so he was put on house arrest, something he violated multiple times with no repercussions.
It never should have happened.
Allies at one time, some who once supported Gardner, began to criticize her.
Because she's lost the trust of the people.
Though she still had vocal support.
Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner has not, that's what I emphasize, has not lost the trust of the community.
In April, Judge Michael Noble infamously declared,
"The Circuit Attorney's office appears to be a rudderless ship of chaos."
After she was a no-show for a contempt hearing after her office failed to prosecute a case. The judge wondered where she was. According to the report, Bailey's investigator followed Gardner here to the Family Care Health Centers, where she was working on clinicals as part of a master's degree in nursing from St. Louis University. And it wasn't the only time.
There needs to be an action that can be taken when you've got public officials who are refusing to do their job because they're pursuing other endeavors on company time.
Gardner resigned before the case could go to trial. The report reveals she emailed her resignation to the governor 2 hours before a judge was supposed to decide whether Bailey could depose her and subpoena her school records.
Proof positive that there's a lot of smoke there for there not to be any fire.
Bailey then dropped his lawsuit against her. Retired Judge Bill Corrigan was going to be Bailey's lead prosecutor had the case gone to trial.
Do you think you would have met the extraordinarily high bar to remove her from office?
I believe the evidence was so overwhelming, there is no doubt that we would have won this case.
Bailey says Gardner's office never turned over any of the documents he was seeking.
She litigated the case much like she ran her office, and that was an attempt to vex, harass, and delay the public from understanding what was going on.
Bailey says he's still pursuing the documents even though Gardner is out of office.
What can be done to hold her accountable?
I think that that's going to be up to the judiciary to decide, whether her licensure is at risk. But I also think that when you have a prosecutor that conducts activities that are outside of the scope of their statutory authority, they run into a potential waiver of sovereign immunity. So there could be a civil suit if somebody can establish damages based on that. And certainly if she is stealing from the public coffers, that's something that attaches criminal liability as well.
Bailey's office concluded the report with several recommendations for legislators, including extending the Victims' Rights Act to post-conviction proceedings and prohibiting elected officials from seeking office if they resign after an attorney general files a lawsuit to remove them from office. For the I-Team, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.